One, I think for me there are three reasons. I could call them personal reasons, political reasons, legal reasons, and maybe the general maladministration within the judiciary. Personal, because they were employed at a time when their initial contracts gave them the mandate to serve up to the age of 74. That's just before the promulgation of the new constitution. So that will be a personal problem. And they have argued that they were assured that their contracts will not be tampered with. So they keep insisting that since there had been an assurance from the Judicial Service Commission, who is the employer, they should serve to the age of 74. Political is that this court is another political is a key determinant on presidential disputes. So there are people who see them as espousing their views or who can serve their interests on the Supreme Court bench. So they will prefer having them around the judiciary, or rather on the bench when the next elections come. So that is political. Legal, then the issue of maybe general maladministration within the judiciary, where in my opinion, Chief Justice Mutunga has just failed to provide leadership of what is happening either within the Judicial Service Commission and the judiciary. So there's a serious problem that no one is coming out to address. This issue of judges who are employed in the last order, where they were to serve up to the age of 74. And the challenge between the new order and the new one, which gives judges up to the age of 70. The expectation was that there should be some sort of internal agreement between to bridge the gap between these two sides, which in my opinion Mutunga has generally failed. And of course the constitution says that judges must retire at the age of 70, so they have to leave after attaining the age of 70. Now the question is, have they, or are they prepared? Was there any agreement between the JSC and the judges to agree to leave at the age of 70? Yeah. Judicial Service Commission is the employer of judges. Number two, it plays a key role in determining who will be the next Chief Justice. The next Chief Justice is the super chair or the super chairman of the Electoral Commission. His pronouncement on the presidential disputes is the final, whether wrong or right. So the reason why it has become political is that JSC, or rather the Supreme Court, has assumed some sort of extra electoral, extrajudicial electoral powers, in the sense that we have a feeling, everybody has a feeling that the next elections will end up at the Supreme Court. So everybody wants to have a judge or a bench that he believes sticks to his side of view, or a chair, or the president, that is not the chair, but the president of a Supreme Court who supports their line of thinking. So JSC is the first step. Controlling the Judicial Service Commission is the first step towards having what one wants in the Supreme Court. Yeah. So that's why everything around the Judicial Service Commission has turned to a very high-stake political game. Yes. You have the guy who toes your line. You have a guy maybe who you imposed on the JSC and the Supreme Court. You must know that apart from being the head of the judiciary, the Chief Justice is also the chair of the Judicial Service Commission. He is also the president of the Supreme Court. All right? So the influence he bears on his colleagues is very, very important in settling political disputes. And we saw it in the last elections. We are going to see it in the future. So the first, for you to get at the level where you have a Chief Justice who accommodates your views, you start at the JSC level. The control will start at the Judicial Service Commission level. They will advertise, they'll recruit, then they'll recommend to the president. So it's very important. Yeah.